हेलो एवरीवन। 5 और 6 नवंबर 2024 को न्यू दिल्ली में एशियन बुद्धिस्ट समिट ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया। नाउ बिकॉज इट हैज़ बीन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड इन इंडिया, सो देर आर मैनी क्वेश्चंस दैट कैन बी आस्क्ड both in the prelim as well as in the mains for UPSC civil services examination. Now we have to first identify that what kind of questions can be asked in prelims as well as in the mains. Are they going to be only and only about this summit, or can they be on the broader theme of Buddhism and India's foreign policy, Indian ethos, Indian society, Indian civilization and whatnot? Before I give you an idea of what kind of question can be asked in the mains, I would today appreciate that if the students with their own honesty at least comment that to what category the student him or herself believe that they belong to. There are three types of students when we talk about civil services preparation. One, who are beginners. They have no foundation. They do not know the basic terminology. They are not even aware of the basic facts, and they need to do everything from the scratch. Then there are those who have already initiated the process but are yet to understand the intricacies of the things. And then the third, the experts who have already qualified either the prelims or even the mains, have appeared for the interview and are in their revision mode. Now accordingly, you have to understand that which particular video, which particular note, what particular content is useful for you to be consumed. It cannot be that everyone is taking the same content with the same sense and gaining the same amount of satisfaction out of it. So if I talk about this, one question that comes to mind is analyze the significance of first Asian Buddhist Summit 2024 in fostering regional cooperation. Straightway here the question is asking about regional cooperation. So we are talking about the entire Asian region, cultural diplomacy and soft power across Asia. So it talks about regional cooperation, cultural diplomacy and soft power across Asia. How does this event reflect India's efforts to leverage its Buddhist heritage for global influence? Now you have to know about the Buddhist heritage as well as India's quest for global influence, and what implications does it have for addressing contemporary challenges. Now what kind of contemporary challenges the examiner is thinking about? Compare India's approach with China's Buddhist diplomacy initiatives. Now imagine a question like this in your mains, and if you are a beginner and you start looking at videos like this, then how will you be able to understand that what are the basic things that you first should know about Buddhism, Indian society, Indian ethos, ethics, and then the governance issues, international relations, and you will start feeling very happy for a while when you watch a video like this. If I show you the answer that we have prepared for it, so the introduction to the answer is the first Asian Buddhist Summit 2024 marks a pivotal movement in Asian diplomacy, showcasing India's strategic use of its Buddhist heritage for regional cooperation and global influence. Taking the statement directly from the question, we made the introduction. This event highlights the growing importance of cultural diplomacy in fostering international relations and addressing contemporary challenges. Now making points. Cultural diplomacy. When we talk about India, reaffirms its Buddhist legacy as the birthplace of Buddhism. When we talk about China, positions itself as a Buddhism's guardian despite its origin in India. Example, India summit theme role of Buddha Dhamma in strengthening Asia aligns with its Act East policy. Now how much of all this a beginner will know? You have to understand, you have to choose the content according to your level of preparation. If you are a beginner, if you do not have your foundations properly laid, this kind of content, these kind of videos can mesmerize you, can give you a high feel, but at the end of the day, what exactly did you gain? How can you write answers like this without laying the proper foundations? So You have to be very wise, you have to be very cautious, you have to be very judgmental while you select the videos that you watch, the content that you read, and the way you consume it. At the end of the day, the foundation is the most important thing. Now, regional cooperation, when we talk about India, fosters dialogue among Asian Buddhist nations. China utilizes Buddhist forums to promote its Belt and Road initiatives. Example, India brought together Buddhist Sangh leaders from various Asian traditions. Soft power projection. India leverages its historical Buddhist sites and legacy. China uses Buddhist diplomacy to support its geopolitical ambitions. Example, India's exposition of Buddha relic to Thailand in February 2024 strengthened bilateral ties. Now, current affairs are being integrated, historical terminology, political terminology, international relation terminology, economic terminology, everything has been interwoven in these kind of answers. Yes, the toppers need right answers like this, but toppers are not made in a day. The toppers evolve, they grow with time, they learn the basic things first, they improvise with those basic things, they add value to the basic information, they practice a lot, and then finally they write answers like this. And to reach this level, you have to work at least for a year or two. It is not possible. We have been taught from our childhood, since our childhood, that Rome was not built in a day. But now we all try to make Rome in a day. Trust me, friends, it is not possible. It had never been possible, and it can never be possible. Addressing global challenges, India applies Buddhist principles to contemporary issues. China promotes Buddhist themed initiatives within its global civilization initiatives. Example, the summit discussed Buddha Dhamma's significance in scientific research and well-being. Knowledge transfer, India focuses on preserving and sharing Buddhist wisdom. China establishes Buddhist academic institutions to influence narrative. Example, India discussed the role of Buddhist literature and philosophy in modern times. Now, interfaith dialogue, economic cooperation, diplomatic engagement, cultural preservation, youth engagement, scientific exploration, ethical governance, environmental stewardship, conflict resolution, and global outreach. And finally, the conclusion, the summit underscores India's commitment to leveraging its rich Buddhist heritage for fostering regional harmony and enhancing its soft power influence across Asia. As India strengthens its position as a leader in Buddhist diplomacy, it sets the stage for more inclusive international relations. Simultaneously, China's competing efforts in Buddhist diplomacy highlight the growing importance of cultural soft power in shaping Asian geopolitics. The success of this summit paves the way for further cultural exchanges and collaborative initiatives in preserving and promoting Buddhist heritage globally, while also addressing contemporary challenges through the lens of ancient wisdom. I am going to give this PDF in the link with this video, but now at the end, I will once again ask the students to comment that where you identify yourself. Are you a beginner? Are you someone who have already initiative, or are you an expert? Accordingly, I can help you, I can guide you, but first identify who you are. Best of luck.